Hello. Hey. Good morning, Seabury Hall. Good morning. We have some very special guests with us today. Many of you might recognize them as recent Seabury Hall graduates. They are currently living their best life in college, and they are here today to share a little bit about their experience. And we have some questions that they're going to answer along the way. And after assembly, the 11th and 12th graders will stay and get more opportunity to talk with them. But we just want to start by thanking them for giving up their morning and coming back to share with all of you. Most of them are in their college swag, and you might notice some of your faculty members also rocking it today. So that's kind of in the spirit of our college day. So without further ado, we will allow them to introduce themselves. They have a little things to say, and then we have some follow-up questions.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mansa, and I graduated from Seabury in 2023. I'm studying neuroscience and public health at the University of California, Berkeley. UC Berkeley is a large public university in Berkeley, California. So this is my second year at UC Berkeley. A fun fact about my college is that 16 elements on the periodic table were discovered there. One activity that I'm involved in outside of academics is research. I'm pretty big on that, and I realize that's academics. And I'm also part of Speaker Series India at Berkeley, which is a speaker forum, and we invite renowned Indian origin leaders from all over the world. So that's also a really cool club. And UC Berkeley is a great fit. It's a great fit school for me because it's really big, so I think I needed a place where I could expand. Coming from a small place like Maui, I think it introduced me to a lot of amazing opportunities.
Hi guys, my name is Tulip Hori, and I graduated from Seabury last year in 2024. I'm currently studying international relations at Claremont McKenna College or University, and my school size, it's a small liberal arts school in Southern California near LA. And I'm studying international relations. A fun fact about my college is that even though you can walk across the farthest ends of campus in probably 8 minutes, we have 11 different research institutes, so it's really easy to be a part of research, even at undergraduate level. One activity that I'm involved outside of my academics is I'm a really big fan of our schools, it's called APAM, where it's like our Asian Student Association, and we go out and we get food a lot, or we do sushi orders, or we have game night, so it's really great to have Asian food there too. School is a great fit for me because, it is small, which is really nice. So that means that you know your professors by name. So I go to my professors' houses for dinner quite often. We'll have class sessions there. I had friends who had their finals actually at the professor's house, and it was like, okay, you have to come eat breakfast with me and then go sit in my living room and take my final. So that was really cool. So you actually get to, you're not just a number, you know people, which really helps you learn, helps you make connections easy, helps you get big research institutes, or helps you get internships, which is really fun.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I graduated from Seabury in 2024. I'm studying theatrical design and production with a specialization in lighting design at Carnegie Mellon University. Carnegie Mellon is a medium-sized private university in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this is my first year at university. And a fun fact about CMU is that the very first smiley face was typed at Carnegie Mellon. You know, the colon and then the parentheses? The very first one was typed on that campus, and we actually have a day to commemorate it sometime in September, which is pretty cool. One activity that I'm involved in outside of classes is buggy, which is a unique sport that only exists at Carnegie Mellon. It's been going on for 100 years, so it's a 100-year-long tradition. And it's basically like a relay race, and there's the short short people will get into like this little tube and then they'll get pushed down a hill and it's like a relay race and it's really cool. So if you're short, then you get to go into the buggy and drive down a hill on your stomach at 40 miles an hour. It's really fun. Carnegie Mellon is a great fit school for me because I was really just looking at the quality of the program. Everything else didn't matter as much to me because I have such a niche specialization and major. So I was really just looking at the quality of the program, and CMU is one of the best drama programs in the US. So I was very happy to go there.
Hello, my name is Avery. I graduated from Seabury last year in 2024. I am studying painting and drawing with a minor of History of Arts and Visual Culture at California College of the Arts. It's a pretty small, extra small, private school in San Francisco, California, and this is my first year at CCA. One thing that's a pretty fun fact is even though it's a full art and design school, there's a lot of technology aspects of it, and we have a lot of technology companies coming to us, like Adobe, Google, Meta, things like that. So even though I am in a very fine arts major, I do interact a lot with a lot of technology on the side, and being in a very technological city of San Francisco, it's very wide, more than just my major. And one activity that I'm involved with outside of academics is food. I'm a big foodie, and in the city, there's so many restaurants, and I just go out to restaurants, I eat, I have fun with friends, and just it's a wonderful experience being in a large city with all these options to me. And California College of the Arts is a great fit for me because it is a small school. Like Tulip said, I know all my professors by name, I know everyone, and there's a really tight-knit community between the majors and outside of my major too, but also living in San Francisco compared to a normal college campus opens up a lot of possibilities that I see a lot of my other friends do not have the possibilities to even engage with. So I can take the public transportation anywhere, wherever I want, and I can see all of the bay throughout the day. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christian. I graduated Seabury in 2023, and I'm currently studying civil engineering with a minor in computer science at Columbia University in the city of New York. Columbia is a medium private university in New York City, and this will be my second year. One fun fact about us is we're an Ivy League, so one activity I'm involved in outside of academics is I sing like for our Hawaii club, so I sing for all hula dancers. And then my kind of favorite thing about Columbia is the diversity. So, you know, being like a Filipino kid from Hawaii, it's like, okay. But coming to New York, like New York's diverse in its own right, but then Columbia specifically, like for example, the class of 27, which is my year, like 1 in every 5 kids is an international student, right? So 1 in every 5 kids is coming from a different country and speaks a different language. And I think that's the most like valuable thing that I've been taking away from Columbia, and that's why I like it there, so.
Hi everyone, my name is Alara Berkman and I graduated from Seabury in 2022, so I'm the oldest one here. I'm studying biomedical engineering with a molecular cellular emphasis at the University of Southern California, and I'm also pursuing my master's in stem cells and regenerative medicine. USC is a large private university in Los Angeles. This is my 3rd year at USC, and a fun fact about my college is that Olivia Rodrigo and Storm Reed were my classmates. One fun activity that I'm involved in outside of academics is I am an official host of the university with the USC Hellenes, so that means that we put on a lot of academic events for our students. We pull up to like the front row at football games, paint ourselves red and cheer. It's a lot of fun. Really big privilege to be a part of that. It's an organization around since 1921. And USC was a great fit for me because I think coming out of high school, I was pretty introverted. I had a lot of interests and I didn't really know where I was gonna fit on campus. And I think USC really pulls like the social parts out of you, and it really encourages you to get involved in the community. And they do so by like providing you with a lot of opportunities, both in your classes and your clubs. So like, for example, my favorite class was the politics of Lord of the Rings in Middle Earth. Huge fan of that class. So that's just one of many examples where USC is just really good for that.
Hey everyone, my name is Jace Nakasone, and I graduated Seabury also in 2022. I am studying mechanical engineering at Colorado State University in Fort Collins. CSU is a large public university in Fort Collins, and this is my third year at CSU. A fun fact about my college is that there's this really big engines lab, kind of off campus a little bit. They do a lot of research there related to trying to reduce carbon emissions coming from engines. And it's really cool. There's these like large like US Navy type engines there. It's pretty sick. One activity I'm involved in outside of academics is I'm also in CSU's Pacific Club. And just last year, we brought back our luau, which is like one of the biggest events at our school. And this year we're doing it again, and this time I'm dancing hula there. And Colorado State is a good fit for me. It's one of the best engineering programs from what I heard in this country. And I like the location, and the people there are very nice.
Oh my goodness. What amazing, generous responses. Thank you so much. We have time for a few questions. Feel free to answer. You don't all have to answer this, but if you have something to share, by all means, please answer. So how has Seabury prepared you for college?
I'm in a very specific major and something that's very small. My major's very small. And coming out of Seabury, where I'm learning literally everything besides what I'm doing, I'm really set in all the other aspects of life. Like, even though I'm painting, I'm using all of the geometry and algebra that Mr. Wilson banged into my head like every single day. Like, I use math on the daily for all of my art, and it's very good, but I also use all my writing for everything, all my science. It's still all applicable. So please, like, really put effort into all your classes, because you will find a way to make it work into your college life.
Yeah, so I know, like, in English class, you're like, why do I have to write this essay? Or, like, if you're in AP seminar and AP research, guys, my first week in my freshman humanities seminar, like my writing class, we were learning how to, like, write, like, a research paper, and I was literally sitting there, and I think I literally emailed Mr. Van Dyson in class. I think he remembers, but, like, I was like, Mr. Van Dyson, I'm doing what you taught me my junior year of high school in college right now. I know what I'm doing. My classmates do not. Thank you so much. So, like, actually pay attention, because the things that you learn here, like, you're learning in college. Like, some people in college are learning what you're learning now for the first time, okay? So, like, yes, pay attention. It's really important. And then also, like, I know we read a lot here, so, like, I was prepared that way. And then, with talking to your teachers, I'm sure a lot of you go in for after-school help a lot. Foster those relationships, because it's really helpful to be able to not be scared to talk to your professors in college. Because a lot of them can look really scary, but then you talk to them and they're some of the nicest people on earth, and they genuinely want to help you. And it might be different if you go to a really big college. I mean, you're gonna be a little bit more like a number in some classes, just because there's probably like 300 kids in one class. Other schools, you're gonna have smaller classes, maybe 17 to 20 people, so you're gonna know your professor's name already. So work on fostering relationships with your teachers here, because if you can do that in college, it'll open up so many doors and connections. Be like, I've gone to class and be like, so professor, like, I'm interested in this, and they're like, oh, let me hook you up with this person in this office, because then they know this other person that has internships in the field you're interested in, and it's like, wow, I didn't even put on an application, and here I'm already being connected with people that want to give me internships, and I'm only a freshman in my first semester. So really work on learning how to connect with other people here, and Seabury really prepped me for that with the type of relationships that we have with our teachers here.
For me, my study skills, I think, were really helpful in college. I think there's like a big learning curve, because at Seabury, I could study like a night or two before the exam and get like a pretty good grade. But in college, it's not true, and I learned that the hard way. So I think just like, yeah, the study skills you learn and like I think will really prepare you for college, but just doing that over a longer period of time before the exam. And also the AP classes I took were, I mean, it depends on like which college you go to, but the one I'm going to, I can graduate a year early if I wanted to. So I think definitely like trying to do good on those AP exams can be really helpful for you.
I think a big thing that Seabury really prepared me for was the time management stuff. I'm sure Mr. Levian remembers that I would be like after school in the engineering lab, just like cranking out a science project, and then I would run over to the gym and do paddling after school. And I think a lot of that comes in handy in college because I commute to work at the Children's Hospital, and then I have to come back, do clubs at night, homework, and it's kind of this very fine balance beam. But I think Seabury does a good job at introducing that type of schedule early on, so it's not as jarring as it might be to some of your classmates.
I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but my parents always told me that my workload's going to be a lot easier in college compared to high school. But since I went into an engineering major, it was the same. So Seabury definitely prepared me for like managing the amount of homework I had. And I feel like if I went to a different school, engineering in college would be a lot more of an adjustment than it was for me.
Dare I say, like, since leaving Seabury, like, the quality of my education has gone, like, I don't want to say that, but, like, I mean, I think what the difference, like, fundamentally between, like, professors and, like, high school teachers is that, like, at least in my experience, like, the professors, all your teachers here are teachers by trade, and so professors at my school are there to do their research, and then the school's like, okay, but you got to teach, like, Gen Chem to freshmen who don't care. Versus like here, it's like I miss having like someone who's so dedicated, like their whole being here is to make sure like you succeed and have that like personal relationship with you. And so I think like I want to shout out Mr. Levian too, like going to a school of engineering too. I think when I was taking his engineering class here, we were just all kind of like dilly-dallying here, and while Mr. Levian was like grinding out like in his own like personal time for our personal projects. And like I kind of thought about it through college, like he's so passionate about it, like and seeing my like peers and like, okay, now it's me who has to be super inspired and passionate about the work I do because, you know, this is my career for the rest of my life. So I think appreciate what you have here and like take advantage of like these relationships that you build here. Like just like last week, I was meeting with Mr. Toda for like this music stuff that I'm doing too. And so it's like kind of the relationships that you take with you when you leave.
I would say that Seabury prepared me very well because it gave me a really solid foundation in my major, which is technical theater. So you can, I encourage you guys, if you're curious at all about this field, and it really is a whole field. People make careers out of this. People do very well in this field, and not a lot of people know about it as a career path. And you can get involved up there in the booth. You can be up there running assemblies. You can be up there running shows, and you feel really responsible, and you're given a lot of power and agency to do things up in the booth that you might not get elsewhere in school, which I think is really fun because you learn a lot of responsibility and independence. And it's also just really fun to be in the booth, and the relationships and connections that you build up there are really special. And you know, if you guys are interested in all, I encourage you guys to get involved with the program here because it's really good for a high school. You know, you can learn about all of this stuff. It's all pretty interesting if you're interested in STEM or technology or whatever at all. That's a really cool like outlet for that interest.
Thank you so much. Our 9th and 10th grade students, you folks are going to head to class now. 11th and 12th grade, you're going to stay here. This light situation is